Hola, this is Tito. Welcome to my other room, which I call Collector's Corner. In this room, I keep all of my collectibles, baseball cards, comic books, action figures. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about comic books. Why? Because last Saturday was Free Comic Book Day. It's always held the first Saturday in May, every single year, I think for the last 10 years or so. The local comic book shop has been giving away comic books. And it's free. Nothing beats free, right? So sometimes they limit the amount someone can get, but I've been hopping around several comic book shops, and I think I did pretty well in the amount I was able to get. So after I read them, which is the main purpose of getting comic books, is to read them, I like to protect them so it will get damaged. So in case I want to read them again in the future. So in this video, I'm also going to be showing you some of the other comic books I have in my collection, which I started collecting, I think around 1985-ish, around there. So I think I got some pretty good ones. Currently, where I get most of my comic books is at the Coliseum of Comics. And that's where I get all of my comic books actually right now, because they have everything. All right, Free Comic Book Day.
Free Comic Book Day. What is your question? Because I got all the answers.
When did it start and why?
It started, I want to say back in the 18th century, probably more recent than that. It started because we wanted to go ahead and offer a way for people to come in and get comics for free, be exposed to comics, and so a lot of the publishers got together. They put out great introduction comics so people can come in that haven't read comics in a long time or haven't ever read a comic. They can come in and find something that they'll want to read. Free Comic Book Day, I want to say it started around the year 2000, but I could be wrong on that. It just seems like it's always been going around, and I've been here for every one of them.
All the new issues and back issues. Now they have several shops throughout Orlando and in Kissimmee. So if you're ever in town, visit them. They're awesome. And these are some of the comic books I was able to get during the Free Comic Book Days. I think they're that bad. There's Walking Dead, there's Star Wars, Superman, Smurfs. Now, to get the prices on some of the comic books that I have, I used to buy the Wizard magazine. This is a price guide for comic books. Now, this came out in September of 1991. Fortunately, this magazine is no longer in print, but now I can go online and go to comicspriceguide.com, which is an awesome site for current prices on comic books. So, but this one is the very first issue. Now, I do own some older comic books in my collection. They're still in the boxes behind me, but I did pull this one out. This one is Star Trek, the original series. Now, this issue is number 52, back in 1978. Now, this was 35 cents in the store. Currently, right now, in this present condition, it's worth about $30. Now, the oldest comic book I have, I believe, is Peanuts, with Charlie Brown and Snoopy. That's 1963, and that one's worth about $40, a little ripped up. Now, the most expensive one I have is the New Mutants, issue number 98, and that's with the introduction of Deadpool. Now, that one's worth about $140. But I do hear that they're making a Deadpool movie. Hopefully, that will come out next year or in 2 years. If they do, then that issue will certainly go up, like it did when Wolverine Origin came out and Deadpool was in that one. The price went up. So cross our fingers. So if you do like reading comic books, collecting comic books, giving comic books away, do that. Support your local comic book shop. And remember, next year, May, first Saturday, and you'll be able to get free comic books. So that's a way to start your collection also. So on to the next video. Adios, amigos.